Ladies and gentlemen, excuse the training bra. It's actually a chest mount for my GoPro because I'm about to take you for the ride of your lives on the MEGAWHEELS D2 electric dirt bike. This may look like a toy, but let me tell you something. This is a goddamn machine. I was absolutely shocked when my ass caressed this seat and I flew down a residential road for the first time. Quick disclaimer before we get into the nitty gritty. I am just an average Joe when it comes to e-bikes and dirt bikes and honestly bikes in general. As you can tell, I'm lacking in the cardio department, but that's not relevant. The reason I bring that up is I'm not gonna sit here and read off a spec sheet because I don't know what it means, so that would just be a waste of your time and more importantly, my time. I'm literally just going to speak from experience as someone who just recently got their first e-bike and now has an e-dirt bike. My goal with this video is just to give you my real, raw, authentic experience from the perspective of someone who, like I said, has no experience with this stuff. Now let's talk about how this thing looks, because you know what? On the website, I feel like it doesn't look that nice. It doesn't look badass, but in person, let me tell you something, this thing, it's a work of art. I'm actually shocked at how nice it is. I expected it to feel a little more cheap. I mean, obviously, you know, this isn't like the most high quality thing in the world, but the actual parts that matter, I mean, come on now, you know, feels good. Looking up here in the cockpit, we have a very simple little display and a button for our lights, and that's really it. Just your brakes, and of course, your throttle. But that's really it. You know, there's not a lot of bells and whistles with a dirt bike in general. We got a light up here, which is pretty nice. I will say it actually does a really good job at illuminating in front of it. I was kind of worried that it was going to be dim, but you know what? It's actually pretty good. We got our little pegs, and of course we have a kickstand, so that's nice. We don't have brake lights or blinkers or anything. You know, you're not going to be commuting to work, catching your 9 a.m. meeting in this thing. You're just going to rip around and have a good time. These tires, man, they feel like they have air in them, you know? They're thick. They got some little hairs coming off of them. We like that. And yeah, I feel like they get the job done. It's not super loud or obnoxious. However, there is some sort of noise coming from the front end. I think it's either the tires or the brakes need to be broken in, or maybe because we're on pavement and not off-road, the tires are just generating more noise. If you know, put it in the comments. Again, I don't know. It does come with 2 keys here. And when you put it on the side, you can open up and see what we're working with, which that right there is the battery. Feel free to pause the video and read, I guess. Bada bing, bada boom. And there is our screen, which I have to say is actually pretty nice. You know, I was a little worried with it being this little janky looking thing, but it's bright and it honestly gets the job done. As you can see, I put a whopping 2 miles on this thing, which I know it's like, why is this guy reviewing it? Well, I'm scared to death. I'm just gonna say it. I'm scared to ride this thing because it really is intimidating. If I press this, holy heavens, Jesus Christ. The plus and minus is how we go from pedal assist 0 to 1, 2, and 3. That's it. But I'm telling you, 3, it's like you gotta say a prayer before you start going. Now I know there's somebody out there like, you're such a little bitch, you know, it's really not that fast. Do you understand the sheer weight I'm putting on this thing? Going at a rate of speed that would automatically turn me into a pancake if I were to fall off? Probably shouldn't use food for the analogy. Which, speaking of, this is technically marketed towards children, teenagers, and I'm 30 years old. And I'm pushing the limit of the weight capacity for this bike, which is 265. Luckily, not there yet, but it's good to know I have a little bit of wiggle room. With that said though, let's put the training bra to use. I'm gonna snap the GoPro on and take it for a little spin around the block.
All right, so we are only in mode number 1 and I'm already at about 24 miles per hour in mode 1, right off the rip, full throttle. That's that noise I'm referring to. I don't know if it's something with the front brakes or something, I don't know. There's something rubbing. Maybe something needs to be broken in. I'm not an expert. Probably my fault. I'm the one that put it together, so yeah. The brakes on this thing are great. I mean, if I really pulled them tight, I would come to a complete stop almost instantly. For my use case, I'm usually staying in mode 1 because I'm just riding around a residential neighborhood. Now, obviously, if I were to be off-roading, then I'm sure I would find myself at higher speeds more often. But a lot of cars around here, a lot of people, I need to be smart. I mean, it goes. It definitely, for it being mode 1, doesn't take a lot of throttle to really feel yourself go. And if you're coming from a dead stop, I mean, it can lift you off the ground. So definitely something you need to be aware of. Now, building this bike from someone with truly no experience, I did kind of get annoyed. You need like a jack or something to hold the thing up. It's not light. It's a pretty hefty little boy, you know? I do think the misconception is that this is for little kids, but let me tell you, it's definitely not. I'm just gonna rip here in the main road. We'll go up to number 2. See what we can get out of this bad boy. Should stop here because there's usually a cop, but we're making YouTube videos. We gotta kind of break the law. Yeah, we're kind of maxing out here at 29 miles an hour, so not much of a boost going into mode number 2, which I find to be pretty interesting. Man, that sounds awful. Definitely some user error going on here. As far as ride quality, I have to say it is actually really nice. The form factor, the saddle type approach, I really dig it. I have a review coming up right now on the channel of the Walkie H7 Ultra. And that's more of your traditional bike. And I don't think that that's wildly uncomfortable, but compared to this, I could just see myself sitting here for a long time. You got that sort of horse ride approach, you know, like my thighs are kind of holding in here, and it's really nice. It truly is. I know there's a lot of debate going around the world right now about allowing people to ride these around a neighborhood, and I could definitely see the issues as a driver. Almost daily I'm running into people just walking out. I'm not actually running into them, but I'm seeing people not paying attention, thinking that they don't have to follow the rules of the road. And I think actually the school around us just changed it where you can't bring this to school unless you have a driver's license, which that might be a little ridiculous. I don't really know where I stand on it. But either way, like, kids need to be careful because you could kill yourself on this thing very easily. But of course, for me, I'm still in mode 2, and, you know, going 30 miles an hour, I can do that on my walkie bike, so it's not a big deal. It feels good, though. Real good. I go 30. It's actually starting to rain, too, so that's kind of annoying. Yeah, it's kind of annoying having... I don't like the noise it makes, because then, you know, people look at me and they're like, dude, something's wrong with your bike. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I don't know how to fix it. Man, look at those clouds up above. You can see the rain's definitely coming. That's Florida for you. But, yeah, I mean, we're ripping it here. 30 miles an hour. Mode 2. Feels good. Mode 3. This is the highest you can go. And, oh my God! Listen, for someone who doesn't do this often, this will tickle your balls, let me tell you. 33, 34, holy moly, 35, 36, oh, almost at 88. All right, too much. The rain is coming. Yeah, let me tell you, it is starting to rain. I do think this is supposed to get you around 40 some odd miles per hour under ideal conditions. Obviously, that would require you weighing significantly less than I do. So that's something you need to obviously keep in mind. The range is about 50. I have not actually charged this yet, and I'm still, actually, wow, I just watched in real time it drop from full battery down 1 bar. Ooh, thunder. But yeah, battery, I really, you know, I've been on it for about 10 miles. Haven't seen the battery go down until now. Actually, it's back up to full, so I don't know. But yeah, the battery life on this is really good. It estimates about 50-mile range. Oh boy, it just rips. It feels good. It is comfortable. It is a fun ride. And more than anything, it's a toy, right? Obviously, I'm on the pavement. if you had off-road trails and things to take this to, I'm sure you would have the time of your life, especially for younger people. I'm 30 years old. My ass shouldn't be on this thing, but you know what? If I was 15, I would be having the absolute time of my life. I mean, granted, I still am having the time of my life, but man, this thing is awesome. Two things I do want to mention. There is no horn on this thing. Obviously, it's not a commuter bike, so you wouldn't really expect one, but just to clarify, there is not one. And then there's not really that much to it. You do have headlights. You won't see them, so there's no reason for me to put them on. But that's it. There's not really a lot of bells and whistles with this thing. The screen, you know, it is nice, but I wish I had a nice big old screen right here in the center. Make it a little easier instead of having to look down from the left. But ultimately, this thing is awesome. This is my first electric dirt bike, and I also just recently only got my first e-bike. So for someone who doesn't have experience with this stuff and just cares about like the technical aspect, I'm like a little kid, let me tell you. It is exactly what I expect out of a unit like this. So I'm a big fan. I think the price point too is about $1,100, maybe $1,000. They run sales all the time. And I don't think that's crazy for what it is. I actually thought that was pretty good. The Walkie e-bike that I just reviewed, now that's $1,700 MSRP, and that's a lot. So you can have a lot of fun with this if that's all you're looking to get out of a bike is just electric, full twist, that's it. This will do it for sure. And trust me, I know on camera, it does not look like I'm going fast. But for someone who doesn't do this or who's not used to this, it is a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. And then yeah, for me, I do get a little bit of numbness in my hands. I don't know. I have that on the Walkie as well, and I thought maybe I had to adjust something, but maybe that's just the way I'm gripping the handlebars or something. So definitely user error, but yeah. I did plan on ripping this thing around a little bit more, but I think with the impending doom, I'm gonna just let it be and head back home. But that's gonna do it though. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.